Yeah, hey everybody. I can't stop this because it definitely shows that the Son, the Word, was a personality with the Father, and from the Father's direction, the Word created all things. It's true. It really is true. Colossians, Hebrews, and it never says that the one that became Christ was created. It never says that. Okay, even though you do have a structure with God where you have the Father who initiates. If you'll remember back in Genesis, God created man in his image, male and female, he created them. Okay, so you have projective and receptive qualities. Okay, and the female was inside of the male, and the two will not be twain, but will be one flesh. Anyway, let's get to this because it's important. John 1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word was God and with God, okay? The Word can't be simply a plan. It just cannot be. Because it means whatever the Word was, whatever God was, the Word was, okay? So you're talking about something that has the identical nature. If God is personal, then that means that His Word is personal, just like we read about even in the Old Testament. The Word speaks as a person. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and the subject here is the Word. Okay, and without Him was not anything made that was made. In Him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man sent from God, whose name was John. The same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. John was not the light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. Okay? That was the true light, which lighteth the way to every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him. Okay? I've heard some people say that this was the Father. No, this is speaking about the Word. Okay? Word prostanteon. Okay? And it doesn't mean, it means that it's the same. The same, that had the same attributes, the same qualities. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, same thing, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even them that believeth on his name, which were born not of the blood, not of the will of the flesh, nor the will of man, but of God. And the Word, remember the Word, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word, which was God, was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. You can't have these titles all over the New Testament that speak like this, even what you have in the Old Testament. You can't have that and speak about a created being. This was part of what was with God in the beginning that created all things. Someone that has the same nature as God. And I'm going to continue to speak about it. Okay, John bare witness of him, right? Saying, this is he who I spoke about. He cometh after me is preferred before me because he was before me. That means he existed before him. He's preferred before him because he existed before him. Check it out. Look at the Greek. Okay. So I'm not like trying to step on anybody's toes here. I'm just, letting you know. No man has seen God at any time. That's speaking of the Father, because you can look back in Genesis and see that they saw the God of Israel. Okay? So when it's speaking about nobody's seen God at any time, it's talking about the Father. It's talking about the the head of everything. It's not talking about nobody seeing God. It's talking about nobody seeing God the Father. That's what it means here. Because in Genesis, early in the Old Testament, it said they did see God. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. So yes, Jesus came to bear witness of the Father, the head. But that still doesn't mean that Jesus was not God and with God in the beginning. You cannot make that. You can't say a plan was God.